yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good morning. I hope you're well on this fine, festive Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, depending where you are in this beautiful world of ours. I hope you're well, and that's a genuine. Let me get my oil just right. There we go. There you go. It's a bit hard to because you got to be counterintuitive. So I got to pull down. No, I pull down this side. There you go. Because everything's opposite. Which I think a fair description of the world. World is a strange place. How would you? Let's say an alien just came down to you. Says, hey. How would you describe the world? Weird, mate. Weird. Do you know what makes sense? The alien's going to go, no. Tell me what makes sense. Do you know what makes sense? I'll tell you what makes sense. What makes sense? I'll say the end. Fucking nothing. It's 2022. That's all. Man. I was just reading the Twitter files. Right, not reading. Being read too. Like smoking gun collusion between the FBI and social media to could subvert an election. Successfully. And that is going to happen, is it? I mean, it's like really. Do you understand? They're everywhere. It's like, what are you going to do? Don't go to the police. They're the police. It's too late. I don't know. Is it too late? I don't know. I mean, the vibe is it's too late. I don't know. Weird world. I think, worked out Russell D. Davis's master plan, right? With the 60th anniversary. And I think if I'm right, you better hope I'm right because it's going to be awesome, right? It's going to be off the charts awesome. I'm going to give that a few minutes. That's my opening story, right? Listen, everything fits. Everything fits, and it'll be awesome. It feels like something Russell Lee Davis would do. Now, these are all thrown away. There we go. A big welcome back to Problem Being, who has now been let out of Twitter jail after many years as a refusenik, right? I have to tell you, man, I'm reading V for Vendetta again. I've been reading it slowly. I'm only reading it on Sabbaths, right? I got the 30th anniversary edition. I know Alan Moore disowns everything he's done, right? I understand that. I think it's probably one of his best works, right? I think it's one of the best. It's like incredible. I think he probably wrote that with, I always say prophecy, but not in the way you think. Prophecy is a intimate understanding of the mechanics of reality. And if you have such an intimate understanding, you can predict accurately the future, right? Like I would say his stuff if you read Providence, which is that's a lot of work, right? That requires a lot of work out of you, right? Beautiful thing. It's like a treatise on Lovecraft, right? It's easier to read Lovecraft than to read Providence. It's a lot of work, and it is insanely good. But the stuff he does this stuff about like the Holocaust, and he often does have these things like put in how it shaped the 20th century, right? Got that crazy bit in From Hell when Hitler's mother has a dream about all the Jews being killed in Europe, or something as the baby's being conceived. I was like, that's in From Hell, right? It's was it Providence? It's he has this thing where he's in a room with all these dead fish flapping around, and then he's realizing he's in a gas chamber, right? And he's not really there, but it's like that imagery, right? The very first time, and I think he's got a very clear, a very intimate understanding. I think that's like prophetic, right? I think that's what prophecy is. So I'm at the end of book 2 right now, right? And because I'm really savoring it, I really am. It's lovely. Would I prefer it in black and white? I don't know. I've always said I would, but I'm being a bit po-faced about it, right? I think I'm being, yeah, maybe, but that's because I'm a snob, right? Yes. Would I like it in black and white? Yes. For good reasons? No, because I'm a bad person. Okay. But would I like it? Yeah. Yes. Will it end up with me getting it? No. How they haven't published that is beyond me, right? That is just beyond me. Anyway, there's if you don't know the story, it's in the 90s. There's a limited nuclear war which England wasn't involved with, like survived, and was it? Society, like law and order broke down, and that's how this fascist group took over. And so it starts about 10 years later in a post-fascist Britain, in like 30 years ago, in 97, which was the future when it was written. So it's really fascinating, right? It's really interesting that way. So it's a very like 70s informed future artwork by David Lloyd. I think very, very important to the book. Anyway, so it's basically the story of this girl called Evie, right? And what she's lived through, what she's experienced, without really realizing it, right? So we're at this bit that basically there's a whole bunch of stuff's gone down, but she thinks she's been arrested by the fascist authorities, right? And they've beaten her, they've tortured her. They shaved her head. They've interrogated her, and they wanted to confess to a thing that incriminates this. The superhero-esque character, right? V. Much more than that, more like a terror. I don't know. Yeah, I would say like a superhero. You don't really realize it. Anyway. And she goes through the whole thing, and she knows and she basically says no. Right, she could sell out and do well, be fine, get by, get her life back, maybe after some time, right, and have probably a better life. So that could happen, right? Or she could sell out, right? And it's that her thing about not selling out. And boy, man, did I really need to read that, right? I really needed to read that as a virtue, because you see it so rarely in today's entertainment, in today's literature, that not selling out is a virtue. This is always wrong. There you go. Yeah, like not selling out is a virtue. You don't see that in today's culture. It's very disturbing, right? It's very disturbing. Yeah, I don't think it's for the good. Let me put it that way. I don't think it's for the good. Anyway, good evening, afternoon. What is going on? So I would say we're in for a bit of a wonderful thing with the David Tennant Doctor Who, right? Here's what I think is going to go down. Oh, there's not any people in the chat. Shall I hold out a little bit longer and go over the other things we're going to go? Let's pull up some of my account. Let's see what's going on, right? Hey, 1 second. We need Doink. Oh, I got something interesting. Doink. Doink. I haven't uploaded that one yet. Doink. Doink. That's interesting. Doink. Doink. I can get a plug. Oh, and we got that as well. So tonight we actually have. I forgot. We have probably have a guest. He'll probably be here soon. Soonish. And we have a special exciting announcement, right? We actually do. I have a premiere announcement, so I'm actually quite excited about that. It ties in nicely because we are going to look into the merch of the day, right? What merch can you get, right? I'm actually looking into merch that mainly interests me, right? But we're going to do a bit of merch thing. So we are actually announcing a brand new product tonight on this stream. And listen. Am I excited? Yes. Am I Millie Gibson in a bikini excited? No. Am I excited about much as a Millie Gibson in a bikini excited? No, that's probably very excited, right? I would say that's very, very, very excited. Right? I don't think that could be any more excited. Although I have to tell you, I feel bad, okay? Well, I feel bad for many reasons. but specifically, over here, this one, where I was quickly looking over the Doctor Who news, right? How that happened on the last day. A few actually interesting things came up, a few interesting articles. But there's one thing that, some Daily Mail, maybe. And then Millie Gibson, it is, in the sports says chic new outfit, chic new white coat while shopping. I'm like, a new Millie Gibson, click. And I felt bad because she's not glammed up. She's just like out shopping. Okay, like leave her alone. Here's the thing, okay? I think celebrities, especially if you're younger, I think celebrities should be able to not glam up and look normal, right? And be left alone. I think that's fair, right? But like really, but you know what it did do? You know what it did do? Rabbi brand assault rifles keep the miscreants at bay. Nothing will keep them at bay. We don't. They have so many more guns than us. No. The only thing that will save us is like believing in God, right? And that's how fucking desperate it is, right? That I'm advising atheists to pray, okay? I'm not fucking around with you, right? Like, just like, I don't know if you're there, I don't know what's going on, but we are fucked. And if you're up for getting us out this shit, I am on your team, mate, okay? Really? I'll try my best, okay? I think that might sway things. Other than that, what are you going to do? They're in charge. It's global. We're fucked. Everything Alex Jones said was true. And how crazy it is. I mean, it really is crazy. Although, I have to tell you, I always thought the thing about turning the pigeons gay, right? I have to tell you, there's actually talk about that in the Talmud. Not specifically pigeons. It's like it says animals of the area take on the proclivities of the the humans around it. So listen, if you're in a dirty place, there's a lot of shagging in the street, right? If you're clean place, so much, not so much. I mean, again, we're talking about livestock. Hopefully not people. So yeah, if there's a lot of gayness, it does turn the frogs gay. That's not what I said. I'm just reporting the Talmud and Alex Jones. Okay, you maybe you read it. I doubt he did. But yeah, there is a thing. If there's a lot of gay sex going on, it seeps into the livestock. It says so. I don't know. Maybe he's right. Maybe he has a point. But let me ask you a question. Okay, let's say in San Francisco, all the gayness. It's turning the frogs gay. Let's say that's going on. It's a super gay frog scene. Like all the frogs have like black leather on and studs. You know what it's like. I'll tell you exactly like. You know that bit in Sopranos, right? Where they catch the gay guy in the gay club, and he's in his whole outfit. That's what it's like, but with frogs. Okay, lots and lots of gay frogs, right? And I'm not seeing a downside. Right? I'm like, well, okay. Let the gay frogs be gay. I mean, don't do it on my salad. But like, live, baby. Okay. Somebody should have come back and asked Alex Jones that question. What's wrong with gay frogs? What's wrong with gay frogs? Hey, I think that's a fair question. Alex, you want to come on? I invited Kanye, but now I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, no, Kanye, I think I'm going to take this channel, this teeny tiny channel is disinviting you. Okay, mate, I'm taking a break. I feel bad for you. I genuinely do. You believe weird things and you're absolutely racist, right? I've been as nice for you as I absolutely could, and I've tried hard. Okay, I've tried hard. I feel bad for Dave Chappelle who had your back. There's no one can have your back in this one. But I feel bad for Dave Chappelle, who came and had your back right before you did it. I was with Dave Chappelle. Whoa. Yeah. I think you got screwed over, Dave Chappelle there. Fine. Let me pull up some eye candy, and then we'll talk about what we're going to get to. Okay, we got... where is it? Fine. Doink. Oh, a bit of Catherine Tate action. Hello, Catherine. We're happy to have you here. Oh, yes, we are. Now, was it? I think I noticed something at the very last minute. Let me put this in. You should know a little production note here. This I like. I noticed that the absolute. I like after Sabbath when I posted it. I noticed this. Like, do you see the difference? Right? Do you see the difference? Okay. I forgot to blend Karen's head in, so it looks like she's just been cut out, right, and just slapped on. I forgot to blend it in properly. So over here, so yeah, I'll highlight the error. Right, there you go. That's right. So this one, doink. I blended her in. Catherine, you look wonderful, darling. May I say so? I don't mean this as an insult. I mean it's like honestly, Catherine Tate, still the most shaggable of the modern Doctor Who companions until Millie, right? Until Millie. Absolutely the most shaggable. I'm sorry. And listen, I don't mean isn't it? I don't think I'm not saying I demand to have sex. Not even I would have sex. I'm married, right? I'm just saying. Okay, here's the situation, right? We are somehow transported to another dimension, right? And I got the evil entity saying, "Okay, I'm going to let you choose a Doctor Who companion that you must have sex with, otherwise I will destroy all reality." I'm really, but I'm married, right? Not here, you're not. It's another dimension, right? Oh, you're making a good point. You're making a point, and it's it's to save all reality. Right? Will you destroy this dimension so this never happened afterwards? Absolutely, says the entity. Right? Absolutely. Right, but you need to choose. Okay, what's my choice? I'm worried. I'm worried. What's he going to give me? Right? Any of the modern Doctor Who commanders are like Millie Gibson. She's not on screen yet. Fuck, I'll say. Really? In the modern Doctor Who companions, are you sure? Yes. Only the modern. Okay, let's go through it. It's going to be. Well, listen. Don't get me wrong. Billie Piper, very beautiful. Right. Not really my thing, though. Right. Not really my thing. I'm more of a. Well, you remember when she was was it possessed by Cassandra and said, "Oh, it's like being in a bouncy trampoline, was it a bouncy castle, right?" Bit more like that for me, actually, a bit more like that. So no, I mean Billy. Okay, listen, right now you're number one, you're winning. Okay, lucky girl. Then comes along Martha. Martha is more beautiful. Martha, I mean, like, yeah, but again, I get lots of gay vibes off her, and also. I hate to be pedantic. I need the boobinage, I just do, and it's not there. It's not there, Freema. Yeah, again, I don't mean this as insult. I'm just talking about my personal proclivities, okay? I'm saying, for the fate of the fucking universe, okay? Will you leave me alone? I'm trying to help, okay? I'm trying to help. So Freema, I think, I think Billy wins there, right? Okay, so fine, Billy. There comes Long Donna. Not even close. Not even close. You know that Donna knows what she's going to do. Both Donna and Catherine know what to do. Okay, yeah, you know that we're on for a fun time. Okay, before, during, and after. All this seems good to me. She seems like post-sex will be very fun. She seems like she's old enough. She knows what she's doing with sex, and it will be fun. And I think the build-up to the sex will also be kind of fun. Yes, I'm on board for either Donna or Catherine, right? Yeah, but definitely beats Billy, right? Sorry, darling. No, stop crying. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, it's just me, baby. Right? Who's after? Then we got. Yeah, okay, so then we got, Amy, all right? And don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore, what's her name? Do you think Freema Agyeman? No, me. Can't believe I'm brain farting this. Amy Pond. Karen Gillan. I absolutely adore Karen Gillan. I have no sexual attraction to Karen Gillan whatsoever. I mean, literally none. Okay, it's weird how, and again, very, very obviously beautiful, right? Not obviously, right? Just not my thing. Again, I think it just comes down to boobage, really. Actually, I mean, I hate to be. I mean, like now I'm looking at this with a cold, clear eye. I'm like, it does all seem to be the factor. But okay, listen, I'm only can be honest. I'm telling the truth. Yeah, be no disrespect. Who is my fantasy fuck who I'm not going to have? Again, we're saving the universe. That's all. Right? Karen. Okay, it's a close one with Clara, but she's a bit smug. Okay, if she could be a bit sluttier or funnier, but a little less smug. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, lovely person, I'm sure. Just maybe the character just seemed a bit smug. If I was gonna go for a Clara, it would have to be the 19th century Clara. That's the hottest Clara, right? Very smug though. Oh, excruciating. I'm gonna watch that soon. That special. I'm gonna watch the Brain Crash one. I started it the other day and fell asleep. I forgot how good it was. Capaldi's great, man. Capaldi's actually great. So anyway, so we did Clara again. Bill, you're just too gay. I'm sorry. Not even so. It's Karen. It's Catherine Tate. There you go. There you go. You're welcome, Catherine. You're welcome. So we're going to do the holiday merch shopping. Fine. Let's actually talk about Doctor Who for a second. We're going to do. I want to get the Just Dredd story when Jimmy Quirk shows up. We're going to talk about Big Finish. We have a lot to get to, but let's talk about a bit of Doctor Who first. Let's talk about a bit of Doctor Who. What is Russell D. Davies' plan? What now? This is me taking all the clues and putting them together, right? This is like I think he might well be doing. At first, I thought, wouldn't it be funny if all of a sudden we realize we've been relegated to comic book continuity? That's why suddenly things don't really make sense and think that continuity isn't working and we got Beat the Meat coming. Wouldn't it be weird if, like, they say, and you've been in the comic book continuity the whole Jodie era, right? So I said that in the back of my mind, right? Then I realized, wait a minute. What if they really have been in the toy maker's realm, in a duplicate Earth, a duplicate reality for all this era, right? That's why you would have all the weird inconsistencies, right? That's why, and then that's having your cake and eating it. The 13th Doctor existed and had all those adventures, right? All that happened, right? All that lore is rewritten, right? He gives Russell Davies the freedom to bring back Sasha the One, for example, right? He said, "Oh, that master is based on this master." Right, or they escape from the land of fiction, or whatever it is, right? There's a lot of now a lot more evidence points to this that we've seen. So we know that we think it's a toy maker. It'd be silly that it wouldn't be the toy maker. We know the toy maker's involved, right? Or it's some reality bending villain, right? What if Jodie Whittaker's doctor, when she fell out the TARDIS, right? Or even when he regenerated, right? Regenerated into a facsimile of our reality. Therefore, Flux destroyed 3/4 of reality. That's why nothing made fucking sense, right? That's why nothing made sense, right? And it deals with all the continuity errors, makes all those adventures matter and happen and real, right? Maybe you could even see Yaz in the real in our universe as well. Like, I'll be fine with that, right? I think we would all be fine with that. And that's how you set a reset button without and without fucking everybody over. Now we know that Beat the Meat is going to be in it. So again, we know we're in this bizarre alternate reality, right? It seems to all fit, doesn't it? That's how I think. I think maybe either at the regeneration or as she fell up the TARDIS, right? She landed in a different reality. Yeah, that would totally fit, wouldn't it? Right? That would absolutely totally fit. That would actually make sense. Oh boy. Okay, fine. Something that's pissed me off for a while, right? Chris General said in his farewell interview, farewell, Chris. That when I found out what Russell was doing, I said, well, that's convenient with what I did. And I was thinking, well, how you ended it? You ended it with the Doctor regenerating on a cliff top, right? Going, so emotional, right? Well, obviously he's regenerating. That's well, like how does that help at all? Then I realized, oh no, he had a fall to Earth. Maybe she fell, boom, right into a portal into the toy maker's realm. Made this alternate reality, right? That she lived in, and the entire era took place there. Would all make sense. Fits into what that with the Doctor Who magazine as well. You got the Daleks attacking 1966 World Games, right? not World Cup, 1966 was it World Cup, football World Cup, right? We know that didn't happen, but it's a different reality. How does the doctor meet Donna without her head exploding? I mean, I remember they put that failsafe in. Somebody mentioned that. I totally forgot about that. How does that happen, right? How does that happen? Because it's not the same Donna. Right, all this stuff, and we also know that the background of Shooty that we've seen, the clouds, isn't the real background, because the real background will be a spoiler, they say, right? So who knows what that could be? Who knows what that could be? But that again, it would make all the Jodie adventures matter. It will make everything make sense. It would retcon it while having it still real, right? I mean, it's having and caking it. That's that again. Rusty Davis is a very, very accomplished writer. I think he can come up with something equally good, right? And again, that totally that's not a finger to the Whittaker era. Well, it sort of is, but you see, that's not a finger to the Whittaker era. And I see him doing that, and again, because he can tell that story without really referencing anything that went before, right? That's just part of this story. You've been here for many years, Doctor. Dun 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 dun. Doctor, you're an action figure. Dun 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 dun. Ah, you know, like you can see those cliffhangers. Oh, they're gonna be so good. November's gonna rock. So yeah. So that and I think it's all about Shooty breaking out that reality, right? He might have to sacrifice himself, or maybe he always did regenerate into Shooty Gatwa and not into David Tennant. It's a fake regenerate, whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of potential there. It's not reality, right? It's the toy maker's reality. And that's how everything, if that's the case, everything works, right? Everything works. I hope I'm right. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would indeed be awesome. I'm hoping right. Fine, let me get to the chat. Let's put up some eye candy. We'll get to the chat. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I can't wait, man. It's going to be awesome. When they're going to announce Murray Gold. Come on, Murray. Come on. We need you, baby. Oh, England expects. Just lie back and think of England. What else we got on the channel? I want to recommend this because it was very, very good. Nay, excellent. I really like the Brian Crouch one in this. All of them, solid scripts, really solid scripts. I have this on my channel. Go check it out. This was from yesterday. Now, if you want to see the TARDIS leak, you have to watch this on Rumble, right? With a link to it in this video. But on YouTube, it's blacked out, so censored or to avoid copyright strike. Because essentially, I don't want a copyright strike. I think it's a bit dickish to show it off because they haven't asked not to, as far as I know, but maybe they have by this point. But if they asked not to, I wouldn't show it on my Rumble. I restricted access to it. Chat, follow me on the Instagrams. It's see, this one has the old head on it, right? But I didn't blend in properly. Silly Tati, silly Rabbi. There you go. I should have had. Oh, she looks better in this one. Should have had Donna saying, "You want me as just eye candy, Rabbi?" Was it? I'm just here as eye candy, Rabbi. That should have been her speech balloon, right? That would have been really good. Last stream or one before, I gave a vision on how to end the Israel-Palestine conflict. You're welcome. First 20 minutes, mate. First 20 minutes. I was quite impressed with that. That I'm going to upload that tomorrow. And of course, we have Doctor Who magazine. Oh, look at that awesome cover, man! Anthony Lamb. Mwah! You know what you're doing, mate. You do know what you're doing. I don't know how you do that, but it's clever. It looks freaking beautiful. Still, it's not going to be long before you're going to get AI art that can push that out for you. Man, listen, if somebody would just write a comic book, an AI art comic book suite, they would make a fortune. right? You could say, which artist do you want it to look like, right? Sure, you could train it to that. And then you could, and then you could scan in nearly whatever artist you like, right? And then you could have like, you could make like maquettes of each of your characters and then do a character design. And then, you make your page, you get the maquette of each character, you position it where you want, right? In the position that you want. And then there we go, preloaded in positions as well, right? Like that. And you build your page essentially, and then you go, oh, AI, make that, boom, and you'll get it. And we have the technology to do that. That's how crazy it is, right? Well, as soon as somebody makes that, it's at that point. Okay, what is going to happen at that point is artists have to teach AI how to mimic itself. You artists have to teach AI how to mimic itself, and that's how you get a name. You just got to have burning talent at this point. It's going to get rid of the people who are just like, we're fitting in, but it's just going to be the burning talent. It's just the way it is, mate. They said the same thing when they made the the cotton gin, I think, didn't they? So every technological now it's come for the arts, right? Now it's come for the arts. I mean, AI writing is freaking incredible from what I've seen. Okay, Catherine, you just stay there, darling. Rabbi, you'll take the piss. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Actually, you know what? We're going to go for the Instagram version. Even though the head's wrong. Here, I'll get the right. I fixed it on the Instagram version. I'll get the right one. Oh, this is just because I love you. I love you, my audience, right? And I can only give you the best. I try and give you inferior experiences, but no, I will not do that. Fixed. Got a little bit more leg going on here, Donna. A little bit more leg. We like that. You just stay there. Follow me on Instagram. Listen. Erectile dysfunction can be a terrible, terrible plight in this world. That has been said by following me on Instagram. That does cure that. Yeah, I just right there. No problem. I aims to please, baby. I aims to please. Fine. Carl Karamazov is here. How you doing, Carl Karamazov? Thank you for joining us. We miss you. Well, I miss you too. Work will probably call me in as well. Well, there you go. But I'll try and sneak a few laughs from the good rabbi if I can. Well, I appreciate that. I hope you do. Let's all be thankful this year for his Geordie jokes impersonation. Well, that didn't make me thankful. Made the Chibnall error bearable. Yes, here's what you do. The only thing you could really do in defiance of totalitarian control is make fun of it. That's why they have to kill anybody. They kill the comedians first. You have to make fun of totalitarian control. That's all. That's the only weapon you have, right? But short of storming the mills. I like to stuff Millie Gibson's stocking, says Jordan. Actually, I would like to have Millie Gibson stuff her stockings. Like, call me a weird one on that. So yeah, I felt bad. Like again, this article was at the Mirror, the Mail, somewhere saying Billy Gibson sports a gorgeous new white coat as she goes. And I'm like, well, okay, click. No, it's just a girl shopping. It felt so bad. I'm like, oh, I'm creepy now. But you know what it did do? Got me to click. Well done. Got me to click. You know what? I've seen it. You have to see it. Oh, it's not just me. That's the perv in the world. We will perv together. Let me find it. They're saying Joa and hints a return to Doctor Who with Russell's comeback. That'd be interesting. I wouldn't rule anything out. I would not rule anything out. Again, if this is a fake reality, here we go. If this is a fake reality, you could just do everything, whatever you want. And it's all going to be about Shooty breaking out and meeting Ruby Sunday. Share screen. And I'll probably say an undefined amount of time, right? That he's been there. But you can easily retcon it that it's the entire Jodie era. That's I think, the likely outcome, right? I think that's where I think we're going. Millie Gibson turn heads in the chic. Okay, so she doesn't. That's a lie. Mail Online in a chic cream coat. She's wearing a white coat as she goes showing at the Christmas markets in Manchester after being announced as top 2 companion Ruby Sunday. Okay, so I'm looking for a woman turning heads in a chic cream coat, right? Okay, that's a go shopping. Leave her alone. Leave me alone. Leave her alone. You're wasting everybody's bloody time. That is not. That's a go shopping in a white coat. Being bothered by a creepy weirdo. Now being watched by another creepy weirdo. Right? Millie Gibson, act 18. The actress 18 has become the youngest ever assistant. And then she's like, oh, fuck off. Who are you? You know, like, look, and now, but you can also buy a coat similar from Urban Outfit. Like, let's leave her alone for £100, blimey. And see, here, ogle away, okay? Ogle away. She was here. She's made up. She's glammed up. She's here to be looked at, right? No problem. She's working now, right? They're working, right? Doing a good job, if I may say so, right? Working there. All looks a bit very angsty. Icky thump. They found the Whippet Farm. I haven't seen a Corrie for some time. They found the Whippet Farm. Icky thump. That's what it's like, isn't it? As I understand. Oh, I'm just fucking shopping. Leave me alone. I look purdy, though. I'm going to clip that out. That's a little video in of itself. I like that clip. Yeah, I like that bit. Doing the chat. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, Catherine, you distract me, darling. You distracted me. Yeah, Rabbi, you'll take the piss. Yes, I am, darling. Yes, I am. Darren Evans, how are you doing, Darren? Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. How are you? The Soda Rangers is here. Ben Newbound is here. What's the story concept you want to see for R2D2? Oh, scary wary. I don't know what they are. PD Rich is here. PD Rich, busy man. You are late. You had to drop some friends off at the pool. Wow. Pool party at PD houses. Hey! How you doing, sir? It's always nice to see you. I was taking the piss. That sounded like I was being sarcastic. No, I wasn't. I meant it was really nice to see you. How about the Timeless Child retcon at Ben Newbold? Well, let me know what you think in the chat. Let me know what you thought of my retcon. I think it works really well, right? Guns has been too late. Okay, we did all that. Too many hormones in the water, apparently. Oh, that'll be it. That's another way to calm everybody down. It's listen, they're all wearing this weird circular rainbow pin for a new global world order of 2030. That's the end. It's creepy. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. It's creepy. Boris Johnson. It's like, it doesn't matter which side of the aisle you're on. John Barron put out a video. Let's have a quick look. You know what? There we go. The Twitter video downloader. Twitter video downloader. I hope his thing sold out and did really, really well. Because it sounded awesome. Again, if it was on Sabbath, I totally would have gone. I don't know. I had to be in the same country. Oh, yeah. There is that too. Here it is, downloading. 14 of your Earth seconds to go. Please stand by. Please stand by. Oh, did I miss somebody? No, Mr. Nikolai. I said hello to you already. I think I'm not going. Darren Mullen is here. Unsubscribe. I'm thinking of subscribing to DWM. Yeah, it's become a reasonably safe bet of the last couple of issues, hasn't it? How times change. So let's see what I do not know what John Barron has to say. This is going to be God, I hope it's not blue. Looks like he's being sincere.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted you all to know that I have had some pretty bad news, and I am devastated. And when I'm able to talk about it, I will. But to let you know that I am thinking about you, and I appreciate you, and that's all I want to say. Thank you.
John, mate. John, I'm sorry for you, but mate, you've got to get off social media. Okay, this is no. I mean, like, dude, you've got to get off social media. I'm sorry for your loss, right? I'm sorry for your loss, but man, you got to get off. So there, you shouldn't go on social media for this sort of shit. You should just be left alone, right? Man, here, let's look at this as well. The Twitter files are going crazy. Yeah, 1 second. Share screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Twat. It's a crime they refuse to take action on child exploitation for years. This is false, says Jack Dorsey. No, it's not. When Ella Irwin, who now runs Trust and Safety, joined Twitter earlier this year, almost no one was working on child safety. She raised it with Ned and Parag, but they rejected her staffing request. I made it top priority immediately. Yeah, dude. There is this weird. They're after kids, man. I'm not even joking. There's this weird thing. They are after kids. And somebody explained the ideology to me, right? It was on the web. So I don't know how real this is, but it fits in with the facts, right? Building on the Valencia stuff. They're saying there's this elitist cult of people that likes to that doesn't view children as human beings. They view them as tools to attack God with and kill God. Because they think the more cruel they are to children, the more it hurts God, and they're trying to kill God. This is they're worshiping this ancient idol worship called Baal, which is all about sacrificing children, amongst other things. Right? It's and this was all like in kind of plain sight in all the Valencia stuff, all the sick, weird Valencia stuff. It's very clearly celebrating child murder. Right, it's very bad, and it's very accepted in these elitist cults. You kept hearing of like these elite weirdos, like the bloke who played the Lone Ranger, like being into blood and stuff like that. I think that's what this is all about. I think that's what's really going on behind all this. Is sick. People are only sick for weird sex stuff, right? Jesus console room looks amazing though. It's very hard to tell at that point, right? It's very, very hard to tell at that point. I did put it out on my Substack for that matter though. You can see it there on my on my Twitter, and on my Rumble. Right, you can see it on all those places, but I think it's very hard to tell right now. You know, I don't think you could really assess when I don't think you can really assess what they intend it to look like. It could just be the underskin, right? They could be going for a very traditional, very white console room. It seems unlikely to me, right? Or it could be very much a design choice, right? They just have to reboot the TARDIS, or it could be something like that, and they redress it, or something along those lines. I have no idea. I have no idea. But what I do know is right now it's not really possible to tell what they intend. So I don't think it's really fair to comment on it yet. What do you think of the Willow series? I didn't like the original Willow movie, but it sounds like shit beyond shit. Sounds like a Disney show. I'm telling you, how great is James Gunn? He managed to do a watchable Disney Channel thing. Who could? Why? Because it was traditional. It was nice. It was loving. It was funny. It was silly. Talking about the what's the name? The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, which I thought was fun. They had to call it a holiday special, of course, because they're cunts. But other than that, what happened? I don't know. Says Paul Tosland. This was 5 minutes ago. Well, I'm very close. I tell you, I often say it. Philip Bogart, the dildo screwdriver. It's all going. That's what the Doctor Who magazine comic is for, right? That's what Doctor Who magazine comic. I believe it's been in a different reality for quite some time, right? I believe it's been in a replica of reality. That makes, again, all of 13's adventures real, all of them valid, right? In fact, they can say she's even more stunning and brave, right? And it's all about breaking out of that reality. That's what I believe, right? That's what I believe is probably the retcon of all time, right? And he's gonna announce it as a dun 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 moment, right? And so it's not even gonna feel like a retcon. Or it'll feel like a retcon in the same way as the Timeless Child felt like a retcon. Right. And then you could even do Dr. Ruth stuff if you wanted at that point, set in the as that reality collapses. Okay. Right. They defeated the oh man, Russell, I just want an interview and Millie, okay? Millie to wear Perry's outfit one time. That's all I'm asking, right? That's all I'm asking. Not privately. No, that'll be creepy. Although if that's the only way, that's the only way. But, I was thinking more on screen, right? Perry's outfit on screen. Which Perry? It's either Vengeance on Varos Perry or Two Doctors Perry, okay? I don't know which. So maybe choose. What is it, Sophie's Choice? For God's sake, man, I'm only human. It's got to be both. It's got to be fine. So yeah, okay. Let's say it's great. Then they break out of this reality, right? You can do a Dr. Ruth season, like a 4-part story with Dr. Ruth as the universe ends, right? And how you write it, and she'll be awesome in it, right? I'm up for that, right? And you can really do a cap, so you could do Carvinista and all. You can bring back all those people, and you could really do it as a capstone to the Chibnall era, right? You can play in his toy box that's a brilliant idea, okay? That is a brilliant idea. Oh. Man, and they couldn't complain about anything at that point. Disney Channel would lap it up. They're like, oh yeah, multicultural sci-fi led by a black woman. Oh, I want to touch myself. I want to touch myself. Here, murder that child in front of me, would you? What? No, nothing. Didn't say anything. This is what these TikToks are like. Right? Okay, fine. I got to check with a guest because he vanished. Where'd he go? Let me... 1 second. Just going to now because I think you got the time wrong. Be on for nearly an hour. You coming? You were. Do I add in the Yes. Yes, I do. To yourself, thy must be true. Doink. Fine. So, do you know what? We can start looking at merch then instead. Let's go to Doctor Who magazine. Doctor Who magazine had a lot of good merch stuff this month. Doink. I've only just started reading it. There we go. I want to look at the art books, right? These look freaking awesome, right? And I genuinely want all of these. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I'll find open. There we go. Doink. There we go. All right, let me get the right size. She cried. I'm sorry. All this stuff generally makes me laugh. I'm sorry. By the way, here, let's go over this for a second. How much is this? Because this is really worth it. This is much better than I remember. I just started listening to this, but I'm listening to all the Christmassy stuff instead. Especially you don't think you get it in this box. So it's 33% discount offer. How much is that? Legacy 20. Oh man, see, look, this is too complicated. I got it. Can I click there? Does it open a window? Okay, fine. I got to copy this. Bloody hell. Oh, you make my life a living hell, Big Finish. You make my life a living hell. Mighty Purdy. Mighty Purdy. Can't argue with that. 1 second. Sled. Fine. I've entered that. Now I'm entering Legacy 22 when this opens up. Well, I'll let you know when it opens up. It's thinking about it. But this is actually a pretty darn good deal. I mean, I don't know how much they're linked for, but this was a good fine. So they're saying it's 30 here. Let's go over there. It looks so, that new logo looks so freaking good on everything. Share screen. Oh, I forgot. We have to do an announcement. Okay. Before this, we have a whole new product range to go over. I've totally forgot our new announcement. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong bloody thing. Welcome to Retard Vision. And of course, if you are or a relative of yours is retarded, I didn't mean you. Fine. So it says you got a leg. So it's only $36. That's actually not bad at all for download. For all these sets, it's not bad. So you got to enter Legacy 33, right? So okay, so I'm not buying it. I'm just going to go. So then we go to basket 36. Apply discount code. It's too complicated. Big Finish. Okay, $25. That's pretty good. 25 for $25. You get, and I started here. I don't remove this. Go away. All right, for $25, you get how many? You get a 6-disc story. The first one, Lies in Ruins, is very good. It's a Bernie Sommerfeld and River Song story where they're being archaeologing somewhere. And then the 8th Doctor turns up with a perfect companion who isn't really, right? And it sends them on their quest. So the next one I haven't got to yet. I remember listening to it, but it was too much to listen to at one go. That's why I like the release strategy over 6 months. It gives some time for each one of these to breathe, right? So the next one looks like a countermeasures one. I remember that being quite good. They're all good, okay? I think $25, 6 discs. That's very reasonable, right? That is very, very, very reasonable. And I think the CD looks good as well, doesn't it? They should show you what the. Do you watch the trailer? Let's see if the trailer's that good. Let's get over this. Navigational coordinates. You know what we'll do? You know what we'll do here. Fine. Before we do that, I'll download that in a second. We have to do something very important. Okay, very important. I got to remember this because this is going to be in its own separate video. Doink. Now, Christmas, a time of cheer, right? A time of cheer, a time of giving gifts. We like gifts. So may I recommend? So there's a thing I've been recommending a long time. I've been recommending it a long time because I think it's very, very, very good, right? It's very, very good. We're talking about season 12, season 13. Okay, it's so good. Okay, I designed these covers for them because this was the ones they had beforehand, right? I didn't really think it was good enough, right? This is this is for the other one. I can't remember. I didn't think the old ones were really good enough because I thought this was so professional and so excellent, right? So and also, if the entire 13th Doctor's realm was in a different reality, and the 13th Doctor and the 50th, whatever, the 10th Doctor is going to be in a very white TARDIS. It gets introduced in this one, right? And he hates it. It's essentially takes place immediately after what's it called again? Twice Upon a Time, and explains that it was a fever dream that the first Doctor had to cure him of as he regenerated back into himself, essentially, right? But his characterizations of the 12th Doctor, spot on. It's a bit fan wanky, but I think in a good way, right? You meet Romana's K9, and they're all pretty much pitch perfect, right? And it's a lot of fun. It's a 12-part season, or 13, I think. And there's a There's a few two-parters. There's some really great well-being. So I really loved it, right? I'm not even I really genuinely loved it. I really recommend it. I recommend supporting him. Now there's a whole new way that you can support Dr. Alex. Let me just copy this. Doink. Put it in the chat. This is opening up over here. Doink. And it's actually not that bad at all in terms of cost, right? Doink. From now available on Audible is Dr. Alex's book. Oh, no, it came out 3 times somehow. Was it too big? Yeah, I got to go into. Let me reduce that. I got a bit light, I think. Oh, I mean, you're watching me boomer it. Yeah. What? Start ads free? No, I want to make my thing shorter. What is it? We've expanded. Shorten else. No, I don't want to start ads for free. I want to short my. No. What the hell? QR code? No. Okay, link short. Finally, motherfucker. Oh, copy. What the hell? Here we go. Doink. Oh, thank you. Chrome tab. Audible. It's on Audible now, right? If you have an Audible subscription, this is so worth the credit. Oh my God, this is so worth the credit, right? It's just fantastic for a Doctor Who fan. This is probably one of the best Doctor Who books out there. Man, I've got too many screens open. I don't know where I am. There you go. For a Doctor Who fan, there's so many Doctor Who products out there. This one is generally spot on. It's made with love by a fan. If you don't have an Audible subscription, I would say might be worth it because there's a few volumes of this. Or if you want to pay $20, I think $20 for it. It's reasonable. Frankly, I really, really do. Yeah. So listen, big recommend. Big recommend. Really, really fun. Season 12. Yeah, what else is there? I think the season is. What's the next one? Oh, there's a UK one. Oh, man, it's a different one. Okay, well, give me a second. Hang on. So I gotta go. I've got to find the shortening thing here. Man, that was a nightmare. Really? Like, I'm looking for the shortening thing. Makes me go through all the crap first. Really? Fine. Here's the other link. And all the about this, man, I want products of yours to plug, right? Okay. We were talking about a great coffee table book of Blake Seven. Me and Dan, Dan Hadley from the podcast, the Facebook. All right, we're talking about a great coffee table book, which has all the history of all Blake Seven, all the timeline, including the Big Finish stuff and the books and the everything, right? Everything. I said, then add in some awesome illustrations, like cut through, like the technical ones, like Autumn Mirabalis doing, right? That would be so saleable, man. I tell you, by not doing it more, you are selling yourself short, right? I'm telling you are genuinely selling yourself short. So I'm trying to download this, and then we'll watch the Legacy of Time because it's so worth it, mate. It is so worth it. Download. So yeah, listen, I'm giving you good options for your stocking stuffers, right? If you want to, your spouse or whoever you want to indicate what you want, just print one of these out. So put this into Santa's. I can't come up with different words, and they're all too dirty to say. That's not a good apparition from it. There you go. Download video. Save video as. I'm going to save video as. We'll go for that. But these things are generally very good. I do remember David Tennant shows up in this as well, along with Dave Bradley's First Doctor, I think, and who else is it? And also, I'm talking about the Legacy of Time now. Dave Bradley's First Doctor and Fraser Hines as the Second Doctor, maybe. I can't remember. And there's a disc with the Third Doctrine as well with Tim Trelaw. So I think it's just downloading now. 1 second. So anyway, listen. Please support our friend, right? Please support our friends. We have to support each other. And this is actually not a pity buy. It's really, really good. Okay, if you got no Audible subscription, it's so worth a credit. It's so insanely worth a credit, right? And how do they get you? You buy a subscription, right? Oh, try for zero. It's only $15 a month. Okay, I'll try. You can never fucking cancel. $5 a month for the first 4 months, and then we shove our fist up your ass. Right, that's basically how Audible works. That's their business model. It's the same as the Girls Gone Wild videos, essentially. Share screen, video file.
Let's get on with this, shall we?
Navigational coordinates reprogrammed.
Temporal buffers online.
We're clear for vortex access.
Power levels at maximum.
Force fields up.
Dimensional stabilizers engaged.
Whose TARD is that supposed to be? Is that a generic TARD?
I can't call the Brigadier, Doctor, because, well, I'm not the Joe you think I am.
Osgood, just hold tight.
Yes, okay. Signal's failing.
Please be careful, darling.
I'll try.
Okay, am I the only person who finds Osgood annoying? I mean, like, how she got married and all that, but am I really the only one who finds her, like, awfully annoying and always has done?
This is the very first time, hand on heart, that I can say, I wish I had never set foot out of a TARDIS.
We are surrounded by the dead, and you joke.
I'm worried.
He'll destroy the universe!
Yes, a pity that. I rather liked it.
That's so Tom Baker.
Remember to ease off the clutch gently when you're phasing. Don't press the gearing!
I was expecting something, I don't know, a bit more time machine.
The TARDIS is a time machine.
There's a temporal disaster, massive ball of tiny wormy stuff exploding, and you're right, when it hits, it'll tear this cruiser apart. We still
Okay, nothing convinced me not to buy the Jenny series than listening to this.
need to get out of its way.
We agree on that.
This instrument detects trans-temporal disruption.
Trans-temporal disruption.
Time is not behaving as it should.
The anomaly seems to be drawing the 2 years towards each other.
In space-time terms, the 60s are being dragged towards the 70s.
Something's wrong with time.
Very much so. What happens next?
You know what I said when the war started? I said...
Yeah, this is, again, $25. This is excellent. It sounds like a mess because they're just trying to put everything... because it's told over 6 discs, it's a story, right? And each disc is their own individual story.
I'm the Doctor, and I am not playing, not by your rules.
Professor Bernie Summerfield.
Professor Riversong. What kept you?
Dematerializing.
Best of luck, everyone.
Okay, so you get 6 discs of story. All right. There we go. So you get 6 discs of story, and what else? Production credits. How many discs does it say is it? Oh, there's 6. So how do you get the special edition? Okay, I don't want the stuff. Really? How much is the? Oh, that's so annoying. They're not sending you the special edition. That's so annoying. God. Do you get? I wonder if you get the discount with this. So what do you get in the extra discs? So these stories are told over 8 to 7 discs apparently. An 8th disc with 2 hours of behind the scenes interviews with cast about making this epic story. Oh, don't cheap out. It's a digital deal. That's terrible. That is terrible that they're not offering the best. Really, that's ridiculous. I mean, I could understand it with Masterful, which I thought was an excellent release, by the way. Because their extra 2 discs on that are here. Oh, look at the special releases. They're Christmassy. Let's see what they think of good Christmas gifts. The tall ones always are. Right. Although I do like, again, 76 for this, I think is ridiculous. 25 for these. And look, I understand this. It's 6 discs. This is what, 4? Maybe. How many discs is this? 5 discs. Yeah, no. I'm sorry, mate. I want to recommend your stuff more. Legacy of Time, Light at the End was excellent. There's more though, wasn't it? There's the what's that one? There's the what's that called? But yeah, by the way, the 5 Companions was very good as well, as was the 4 Doctors. They're very good at doing these mashup ones. But wait, there was another big mashup one, and what must have been the Wolves of Big Finish, I think. Was it the Wolves of Big Finish? Well, see, why can't I find this straight away? Right? It's ridiculous that I can't. Big Finish. Drama Showcase in Conversation, special releases. Big Finish. Maybe it's a Big Finish special release. Was it the same thing? Yeah, dude. No, put this over here. What's this? World's a Big Finish archive? Oh, it's the first episode. Okay, this was less successful. And they're right for saying only asking 20. See, this only asked 25 for, right? So this was like how many discs? Oh, less than I thought. But this is a mashup of all the Big Finish stuff. Hang on. So you got Abby and Zara from Graceless, which I got bored with listening. Sherlock Holmes, Dorian Gray, Iris Wildtime, love Iris Wildtime, Vienna Salvatore, and Bernie Summerfield. Yeah, this was fun. This was a fun. When did this come out? Man, this is a long time ago. Right, that is a long time ago. But why don't they have like Masterful on here, for example? Like that should just come up. Like, how can I not find it? It's so annoying, right? You're trying to help. Like 60 for this is. Come on. It's great. Okay, it's a good bundle, but a digital, like selling this as a digital release of 60 seems I don't know. Maybe it sells, right? Maybe it sells. I think if you brought the prices down, you'll sell a lot more, right? I think you'll sell a hell of a lot more. You probably sell, and if you would, yeah, I think you should be streaming whole stories on your YouTube channel for free, right? I think you should put one on a week or something, just so people can hear the quality of what you do. Get used to listening to you, right? And then so you could buy it, right? Or you should put like the first if you have belief in the quality of product, put the first episodes or something on, right? But you put that first episode of the Masters Dorian Gray one, not Dorian Gray, the latest Master release on it, the into the world of fiction. You'll sell more. Like, I don't know if you can stream it for free on YouTube, right? If you can, it's a good idea. So Master is how many discs long? I'm not sure how many discs long, but it's basically the 5 Doctors with the Master, and it doesn't really work because they all just want to kill each other, right? So Terror of the Master. I'm not sure how long that is. Is that 3 discs? So how many discs is this now? So this is 8 discs. So how many discs is the regular Masterful? Again, why am I working so hard to find this out? 3 discs. Okay. So 3 discs is Masterful. Then Master 50th anniversary, Master 71. But that's not really telling what's it. So you got Master, which is 3 discs. You got I Am the Master, which is a good short trip. It's read by Jeffrey Beavers. I got another short trip called The Switching, which is a hard one to come by, which is when the Master and the Master and the Third Doctor switch bodies. That's quite good. So that's 5. So then you got like a making of, I think, and so Terror of the Master is either 2 or 3 discs. I'm not sure how many. It's very good, right? It's very, very, very good. It's all read by John Coleshaw. John Coleshaw doing Liz Sladen was more convincing at the time than Sadie Miller. Right? I'm not exaggerating. Genuinely more convincing than Sadie Miller. But Sadie Miller got better, or I got used to it. I can't tell which. One of the two. Not sure. I'm going to say I guess probably isn't coming, right? Which is fine. I'm basically I'll tell you what I was going to be doing anyway. Let me see if he's trying to contact me. I'm sorry, I just saw somebody replying to my tweet promoting it, saying "Can't stop twitching, sheer overload." Are they being pleasant? I can't tell, but you know, I like I do like a man does like it when a lady says I can't stop twitching, sheer overload after you've brought them much pleasure. So you got this Terror of the Master thing, and they do put a lot of the masters together. They put the John Sim and the Derek Jacobi master together. Derek Jacobi, for me, has become the definitive master now with all his box sets. They're fantastic. This latest one is so good. Okay, so it starts off, and it's a minor spoiler, but it's like the first scene, right? The first scene is the master is trawling a Dalek battlefield, right? Getting spare parts. And he's slowly slicing open a Dalek to get bits out of them and like torturing the Dalek. It's horrific, right? And then he finds out the Dalek was bait in a trap. And so to escape, he goes to the land of fiction, right? And the first episode is him dealing with the Dalek threat from the land of fiction. It's brilliant, right? It would make people buy more copies. It's so freaking good, right? Especially if they can make the cliffhanger a little bit stronger, right? But it certainly wouldn't make people buy less copies, or maybe it would. See, I don't know. I'm working on no data whatsoever, right? I can't talk with authority at all, right? But I'm saying from what I feel is logic, right? And I could be wrong, right? Absolutely could be wrong. So you got those 2 short trips, but Terror Masters is excellent. Honestly, I think they should release that by... How long did this come out? They should release that on its own. This came out in January 2021. They should really be releasing Terror of the Master on its own because it's excellent, right? And it's the right length. It is the right length for a book on tape, right? It's these are... I'm looking for the Kate Orman's one coming out next month, but they're just too long, right? They're just too long. Fine, let's go and look at some other merch. Studio... Go doink. Back to a bit of DWM. Fine, we got there because of this. So $25 for this, I think is good. Why are you cheaping out over the like? It's so frustrating, you know. Like I want to slap them, right? I definitely want to slap them. It's dumb. Yeah, let me not share it so I won't get a copyright strike on it. Oh, I see they have a QR code I could have used. That's dumb of me. I want to go over the ratings, but there'll be too much crowing and I'll get annoyed. Right? I'm like, you lying piece of the crap. There we go. I've got this aside down interview. Like, yeah, again, I like there are people there's many different ways to appreciate and enjoy Doctor Who. Sighttown just never interested me. Like ever. I like nothing against him, just like never. Like it's really well. This really interests me. I'll say share screen. This is Andrew Skeletor's cover for the Cyberman book, which is. Oh my God, that was a definitive book of Cyberman with beautiful art. I mean, just But here, we're just going to zoom in a little bit so we can look at this. It's so gorgeous. Look at this. And this is the best of the 80s right here, right? It is timeless because it's so beautiful. Really, I mean, like when you see Cybermen, you just have to have this like strength and imagery from it, right? Oh man, absolutely perfect, right? So Andrew Skiller's got a book out. Let's read this. Imagine a world in which most effective cells Imagine a world in which the most effective sales tool for novels, albums, magazines, home video releases, and theatrical feature films was a hand-painted art, text and compositions in wildly varying styles, surreal, eye-popping imagery, visions imaginally crafted with ink and paper on paper and board. You can do this stuff digitally just as well. I hate to tell you. If you're old enough, you don't need to imagine such a world. You'll remember it. This is the pre-digital era. It was very impressive. Like you could do it on your first go, right? You wouldn't like digital has made everything much easier, right? You can cover up mistakes very easily. You can correct things. So much tracing is going on. Which I'm not really. Again, whatever you need to do to get a comic out. Before Photoshop, look, Photoshop, Corel, Painter, and Procreate changed the commercial art world. This is in the 80s. It was, I guess, the 90s. In the 80s and 90s were especially rich time for traditionally created Doctor Who artwork. This is true. Target books and novelizations, Virgin's New and Missing Ventures. I got that coming soon. I can't wait. I got to check on the shipping of that. Right. I got my. You know what? Yeah. I'll give you quick updates on two important matters. Right. We'll go to Amazon.co.uk. We'll give you updates on my season. Was it season 2? Your orders. Go to my orders. Okay. Second. Track package. Any new details? No, last thing still December 7th. Come on, let me know when it's on the way. And now I've got to go to Book Depository. Book Depository. I think I only had it was picked up or something the last time. Order history. Tracking things pain in the ass. Track by number. Track. Everything's a nightmare. Oh, it's moving. Ship to Department Origin country on its way to final destination country. Yes! 2 days ago. Oh, it means it's landed in the Holy Land. I will be a happy camper soon, right? Happier. Anyway. So Missing Adventures, BBC video cassettes, and deluxe non-fiction hardback books, all boasted painted covers, line illustrations. Meanwhile, the lifeblood of such fantasies like the Celestial Toy Room, Sharda, Scaro, Invision. That is true. That's where Phil Bevan really came big. And he really made the crossover. An unusual confluence of publishing schedules this autumn sees the publication of a trio of lavish coffee table books showcasing Doctor Who's work with 3 of the most prolific artists from that period. Illuminati is the first of the 3 planned volumes collecting the artwork of Andrew Skilleter, whose paintings grace over 47 Target books and 23 BBC sleeves. I'm surprised we don't have an Alistair Pearson book coming out as well, quite frankly. When I first visited Avalon H. Allen, I was absolutely no Doctor Who I had absolutely no Doctor Who in my portfolio, said Andrew Skilleter. I wonder what you had in his portfolio. Time Slide presents all 33 all 33 Doctor Who paintings created by Colin Howe for the BBC video. I like that had a uniform, iconic look. It was very, very cool, right? For the BBC video, together with his Target and Virgin novels. Oh, cover art, that'd be nice. Plus pieces of Doctor Who magazine and Doctor Who classic comics. Oh, he did excellent stuff for that. And the art Phil Bevan is a treasury of distinctive illustrations, one of the best-loved fanzine artists, whose work also found an audience on the page of Doctor Who magazine. Yes, we love Phil Bevan, right? He did a great illustration of Oh, what's his name? As a faux doctor. Look up. Guy from a private function. A private function. A private function. Richard Griffiths. Richard Griffiths as the doctor, with Julia Swahala as the assistant. It's a great piece, right? But the vast majority of his artwork hasn't been seen for at least 30 years. All three books also feature pieces that never appeared in print before. Very excited. Okay, so Andrew Skeletor's first professional Doctor Who commission was the cover of the Target Adventure of the K9. That was his about the mechanical creatures in 79. It was closely followed by Terry Nation's Dalek Special. See that I read, Dalek Special band. You saw he grew that. You see his basic style there. Dalek Special. Man, these all look so nice. Right, they all look so nice. Okay. Then listen, you should send me a comp of all of these. For plugging you. You're welcome. And then Doctor Who and Destiny of the Daleks. I'll pay shipping. You just want to send me a comp, I'll pay shipping. And then Doctor Who and Destiny of the Daleks. At the time, Andrew hadn't even been seeking Doctor Who work, although he was a long-time fan. That's interesting. What I was looking for. Doctor Who was an institution, and I watched it from the very beginning. But when I first visited WH Allen, I had absolutely Doctor Who in my portfolio. I wonder what he had in there. I received some other book cover commissions. From then, art editor Mike Brett suggested I should go up, have a go at Doctor Who. I was always up for a challenge, so I went for it. My tools of the trade were a small sable brushes and gouache paint on a smooth illustration board, working at a scale near same. Really, I didn't know near same as the final cover. Later on, when I started the Who Dares poster prints, the paintings were on a larger scale. I knew that I must learn to use an airbrush, and you used it well. The use of an airbrush on illustrations had always interested me, particularly with Keith Watson's Dan Dare in Ego and during the 1960s. I started with a Badger, but quickly moved on to the Vibis. I plugged in learning on the job. I did not know that, right? Because if this is learning on a job, we're quite happy with you, okay? This is very good. Colin Howard had been drawing subjects before, been drawing Doctor Who subjects before his contributions, from his first contributions in Cloister Bell and Cosmic Mask. Somebody should put a collection of that out. That was a great fanzine. Oh, man. Who was that? Let me look up that quickly. Cosmic Mask fanzine. That wasn't Doctor Who magazine. That was Doctor Who magazine. That was their one. Why don't they put out old ones? It's beyond me. All right, I don't know. That I would have liked that. Anyway, nope. Come back. His first commission piece appeared in Peter Hanning's The Key to Time. I remember that from 2004. In a history of extensive illustrations of fan art, including three pieces of Colin's stipple work. 7 more pieces appeared in Hanning's 25 Glorious Years. Oh, that he did the stipple stuff, and then that's like the dots, right? Leading to the following year, a professional commission from Target's novels for Attack of the Cybermen. Wow, I hope they got that here. Art with detail followed, and Colin painted his first video cover, The Two Doctors, in 93. That was iconic. Yes. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not great. But, I love it. That must be a stipple work. Very nice. Wait. So what this can't be for the Two Doctors. The Attack of the Cybermen, right? So did they color this? What? Here, 1 second. Now look up Attack of the Cybermen cover. Attack of the Cybermen book cover. Hang on. Okay, I got the one with Andrew Skeletor. Was there a Colin Howard one? There's an Alistair Pearson one. What are they talking about? What? The cover, was it? Does it say? Let me say. Unless, is this Colin Howard or is this? It should say who the cover is on now. Cover by Colin Howard. I take it back. I thought this was out here. 1 second. No, this is by Colin Howard. I thought that was by Andrew Skeletor. Totally wrong. I was totally wrong. Well, there you go. I'm glad to cover that. That's beautiful. So this must be Phil Bevan then, right? I'm assuming. Anyway, it's Phil Bevan stuff. Oh, it's freaking awesome. Oh, that is awesome. Stop. I spent a few years refining my painting technique after Attack of the Cybermen rules. I barely painted since school. I concentrated on my stipple illustrations to try and earn a living. Well, that's because the printers there could print those much better. So I kept submitting steadily improving paintings to DWM with the intent of getting cover work. In the end, I compiled a portfolio of Doctor Who paintings that I was finally. I compiled a portfolio of Doctor Who paintings that I was finally asked to show at the BBC. Okay, John Freeman, the DWM editor at the time, was a massive. I guess he was a fan. Was a massive help. Okay, was a massive help with that. As was successor Gary Russell, who continued to commission me and add to my portfolio. As a fan since childhood, I had good knowledge of Doctor Who. Okay, well, pretty, yeah, I would say that's important, wouldn't you? Good knowledge of Doctor Who. I usually painted. I usually use acrylic paints for portraits and feature elements, monsters, and so on. With painting inks sprayed through airbrush and background. The airbrush work was the usual starting point for each piece, and then I paint over it. And then I sprayed over my original hand drawn pencil designs. Okay, yes, and we can kind of see. Yes, man, the 80s was the time for the airbrush. Oh, look at that Phil Bevan stuff. That's Attack of the Cybermen. Example of Colin Howard's black and white simple illustration technique from the 1990 inspired. From 1990 inspired by Attack of the Cybermen. Okay, and then we've got Phil Bevan for a Simon Messingham short. Yes, that does look like I think I saw that when it first came out. In Doctor Who Yearbook. Yes, I don't know. And the final wish of the fanzine and Adventure in Time and Space, CMS in '87 by Phil Bevan. Yeah, man, he was great. No. Like Colin, Phil Bevan started out in fanzines, including Sharda, DW Bulletin. Phil's art was entirely different, though, resolutely focused on a high contrast line work and in a characteristically highly detailed Gothic style. Yes, it was the early 1990s. It became a prolific contributor to the Doctor Who magazine. Writing illustrations for all of the preludes. Yes, oh, they were great. Oh, well, I hope all that's in there. Especially written prologues to each of the new adventures novels from Mark Gatiss, Nightshade in '92 to Human Nature in '95. Man, that was a great era of Doctor Who. I can't wait for this book to arrive. It's been so forgotten. Kit Bevan remembers how his older brother became involved with fanzine work. In the early 1980s, Phil asked me to go with him to a regular Doctor Who Appreciation Society gatherings at One Ton Pub in Farrington. Okay, so this was One Ton preceded the Fitzroy Tavern, right? They got pissed off for some reason. They all moved to Fitzroy Tavern in the centre of town, off Tottenham Court Road. And I used to like people that hated the Fitzroy Tavern group. I liked it because I liked the stuff. Yeah, I was there, and I think he'd already made contact with Gary Russell. Man, I wish I had my head on my shoulders. I could have really got some work if I wasn't a schmuck. Okay, we'll look at you in a minute. Okay, box out. Contributing to Sharda magazine, but Phil made many friends who became important to him. Basically, the creators took over the asylum. It's just everybody grew up and they needed jobs, and so that's how Gary Russell and everybody ended up running Doctor Who. running essentially for a few years. They did quite a good job. Coming to me, he became extremely friendly with Jeremy Bentham and his lovely wife Paula. I remember people not being complimentary about Jeremy Bentham. I don't know what the truth is. And began to be able to draw Jeremy's book An Adventure in Time and Space part work, soon becoming its art. I've never heard of this. Soon becoming its art editor. Phil would sometimes use actual likenesses of friends in his artwork. There were many instances of Jeremy and Paula's face in his work, some of which are in the book. As a youngster, his earliest work was pencil drawings on paper, inked with a biro. Well, that's what they kind of look like. And filled with colored pencils as he got older. He evolved his drawing style into using artboard and was it rotary rapidgraph pens. Again, it looked like that, which are still nibbed ink cartridges used for technical drawing. Yeah. Most of that's what everybody uses, right? Most of Phil's pieces are in black and white line art, but he moved on to using Cardin d'Ache pencils or Winsor Newton inks for color. Yeah, yes. Well, we can see. Look, there we're seeing it, right? And you look like he did a bit of masking too, right? Which is kind of dodgy on that stuff. Okay, what's this box out? Andrew, Colin, and Phil were all commissioned by commercial. Andrew, Colin, and Phil. So I'm just gonna were all inspired by commercial artists they admired and they used. I was highly influenced by illustrator Ron Ebelton, says Andrew Skilleter. Right? He was known for the so much, including the classic Wolf the Briton strip. In Express Weekly, okay, as well as Stingray, Stingray. I think he did Stingray apparently. That's what I'm trying to say. He did Stingray. And Captain Scarlet, dun 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 dun, dun indestructible Captain Scarlet. Da, 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 da. It's the only way you can say it. Really, it seems wrong saying Captain Scarlet. No, Captain Scarlet. And may I just reiterate, okay? If we're going to do a cinematic Jerry Anderson universe, right? A cinematic Jerry Anderson universe, I think John Boyega should be Captain Scarlet, right? I think John Boyega. Why? Because I don't think doing the Cary Grant thing really works today. In fact, I think doing the Cary Grant thing is actually replaced by doing the John Boyega thing, right? Cary Grant was like somebody you would look up to, respect, but be kind of like a cool man. Okay, that's basically. I think John Boyega could also do that as Captain Scarlet, and basically Captain Scarlet has to run a lot, right? There's got to be, got to be like Tom Cruise, right? I think John Boyega would be great at Captain Scarlet, right? And you know what? I got to say, Eddie is not in a dress as Captain Black. I think that might be interesting, actually. And Captain Black could be his like mentor because he's older. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually not bad casting. You're welcome. What stood out for me was his modeling of skin tones. His drawing was also something I admired. He was incredibly quick. Okay. People have said that about me, but it wasn't a compliment. Never labored yet produced results that suggested the opposite. Colin's art hero is Christos Akylos. Oh, we love it. There's another great art book out for him as well. Christos seemed to have a wonderful instinctive ability to know what makes a good punchy cover. That is true. I always feel he was able to access the child within him in that loved action adventure movies, and he was able to tap it. Yeah, he did kind of have that feel of those old romantic movies, right? That I don't know, that early 70s, like maybe that's because the stuff he illustrated was. But it kind of has that vibe for me. That tapped in this fertile young minds. He was wonderfully creative artist who felt a kinship with and in love with his art. Okay, I believe that. Yes, Kit also recalls that his brother Phil died many years ago. It's very sad. Inspired by American comic book artists, his bedroom was a laving cave of Marvel books and Pink Floyd album covers, Jerry Anderson dinky toys. He loved comics, especially superheroes like Nick Fury, Doctor Strange. In particular, like the work of Jack Kirby. You can see that influence Barry Windsor Smith. You can see that influence Jim Stradenko. Stradenko innovated Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., strip Strange Tales in a classic 1960s pop culture and influenced the stylish high contrast line work. Line work is clear in Phil style. Yeah, I agree with you. I think we're just saying the same thing. Captain Scar, look at this stuff. Oh, it's so freaking cool. Right? All this stuff is very cool. Oh man, here. This is was this the who did it? Is this Phil Bevan or let's have not Phil Bevan. That's already Phil Bevan. Is this Colin Howard or Andrew Skilleter? I always thought this was Andrew Skilleter, but I might be wrong now. So yeah, okay, well, Captain's Guide to Mysterons Above, novelization of Doctor Who and the Autumn, Chris Akerlos, Jim Stranko, fine. Then we got the 94 picture of the Fourth Doctor and Leela, printed for the first time in the art of Phil Bevan. Yes, we want that, right? Andrew Skilleter's work for the 91 VHS release of Planet of Spiders, and it is beautiful, right? It's just so nice, man. Like, man, they just know what they that was able to get such great likenesses on the tool like an airbrush. Just kind of blows me away, right? What's this up there? Above, this is a piece of Andrew Skilleter was inspired by words from Tom Baker. Well, let's read that. Tom Baker. 1 second. Oh, Dr. Alex is here. Dr. Alex, I did your big announcement, right? Hey, do I still have the page up? Where is it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Here we go. 1 second. We will quickly go over here. Doink. Chrome tab. Order bubble. There you go. I said it's, as I said before, I'll say it again. So super worth the credit. So super duper double worth the credit. It's fantastic. If you need to pay $20, it's worth that too, I think, quite frankly, right? That's my opinion. Anyway, it's in the, I put it in the chat. I put it in the chat again. Doink. Go back to there. Doing a bit. And a Skeletor loveliness here. Doink. Oh, no, I don't have any more in the chat. Do I still have that thing open? Bit like, I have it open. I know. If anybody can go back and copy it and paste it again, please do. Thank you very much. Where are we going? Doink. Old friends, another time and other places. Nostalgia is about time travel. Time travel backwards, not to any other way. Not in any other way. It can go back. It can go backwards to a time when we could run upstairs, or when our hearts could beat with love for someone who is not to be revilized. Okay, it's no child. It's to be a child. It's to be revitalized. That's a T. It's to be a child again, in a sense, or certainly, it's certainly to be young again. Okay. That's nice. It's a nice piece that he did, right? So it's from 2014 piece. Where are we up to? Oh man, a bit of Phil Bevan. If only it looked that good in real life. Where are we? The 76 stories Cease to Doom. There was a photo of. Let me have a bit real out. Man, I missed all of this stuff. It's only with pencil drawings. Fine, I missed this. A common problem for artists in those days was the availability of reference photos, or rather the lack of them. That is true. As I found, I collected every magazine and book I could afford to, so that had a Doctor Who photo features, recalls Colin. I would have to go through piles of them at times. Yeah, yes, and I remember hearing of Glenn Fabry while I was working on Slane. Had this insane pile of muscle mags, right? And after he will draw it, he'll go through it and like, oh, I got to do this little bit, making all the the muscle things look perfect. Oh man, you can really see that on the Glenn Fabry stuff, right? Where we have the Slaney. How do you pronounce that? I don't know how you pronounce it. Recalls Colin. I'd have to go through piles of them to find a particular image, so I remembered. So I compiled a handy type reference Bible in order to easily locate the image I required. There you go. The video cover of the 75 story, The Android Invasion, was a massive challenge, as I sent a handful of black and white glossy photos but there was no color shots available. I had to reference the color from the Doctor's costume and scarf from the photos in DWM from Seeds of Doom. No, there was a photo of Stygon. That was a great close-up, and I wanted to use, but he was facing the wrong way for the composition idea. Well, why don't you just photocopy and flip it or something? I had the idea. You had to photocopy on acetate at the time, but you could have done that, right? And flip it, and then you could have worked from that. Acetate was a clear film. I wanted to, but it faced the wrong way for the idea. And this was all happening pre-computer era. I ended up placing a mirror against the photo and drawing the reflection, which wasn't easy at all. I imagine that'd be tricky. Okay, photocopy it onto acetate, then flip it. There you go. Just saved you a lot of time. Andrew had the similar difficulties with to begin with, but the latter took his own photos. References for target covers was a problem because early on, well, particularly early on, he said, looking back, I just got by. Reference was still incredibly important to me, so I was quite tenacious about ferreting out material. For the 84's Enlightenment novelization depicting sailing ships in space, Andrew obtained the photos of the model ships from the original maker. Ah, that's a good idea. Actually, you can kind of see that. On a number of occasions, continued Andrew, I was able to attend episodes recordings, either on location or I was on set for Warriors of the Deep. Jeez, not even you could help that piece of shit, mate. I'm sorry. Yeah, can I find Andrew Skilleter, Warriors of the Deep? Let's have a look. 1 second. Andrew Skilleter, Warriors of the Deep. Actually, I remember it's probably pretty good. So I got an image. Hang on. What do we have? Yes. Yeah, he seemed to make this piece of shit work. Look at that. Hey, do I have a bigger copy? Wow, it actually is good. Here, let me find a bigger copy of it. This is excellent. There's a couple of good. Man, how do you make like Warriors of the Deep? That's the only image you got of it? Get out of here. Really? That's ridiculous. What? Here. Give me a second. Where is it? What's this one? Okay, we've got this one. Let's see how this looks. 1 second. Now I've got to save the image. Okay, I'm saving the image. It's happening. I'm doing it. All right. How's this one? How small is it? Oh, I can make it work. That's okay. And there's this one as well. Oh, doink. Hang on. So share screen. Hang on. Like honestly, okay, it's very low res, but it actually looks good. Like, oh, I wish I saw that story. Yeah. So you would, yeah. This is why it was good having around. Look at this. I mean, it actually looks like it's not a piece of shit, right? Oh, if you saw that, like, oh, well, what's that? That looks interesting. Yeah, no, mate, it's just Warriors of the Deep. Really? Yeah. But it looks so good. How can it be? Because it just is. Oh, evil artists. Coding us. Doink. Window. Where is the window? So you can't see Warriors of the Deep. Okay. Sorry about that. I took my own photos, and again on location to endorse it for Greatest Souls in the Galaxy. Ah, now you're talking. Sylvester McCoy was very obliging for photos. I used one of those on the portraits of the proposed cover from the 1990 Doctor Who calendar. Phil made a point of creating his own reference material, so to avoid having to use well-known publicity dots, as Kit explained, rather than draw a composition of floating heads to illustrate a particular story. Phil preferred to compose a whole scene. Yeah, he's got... Oh, man. Yeah, let me see if I can find... Phil Bevan. Caves. of Andrazani. In the case, obviously, you're going to work out why I like this because it's, but it is a fantastic piece of work. Let me find it. Oh, they have it. They have it right here. It's a decent size as well. Yeah, I remember this well. I was like, oh, I'm buying that. This Doctor Who bulletin. 1 second. Doink. Yes, Phil, you did a good job. Yes, you did a good job there. We like that, Phil. Very, very well capturing Perry. And also you drew it well too. The share screen. Doink. Oh, I got this. Weirdly enough, I have a bunch of porn spam, or somebody else must have got it in the chat. Okay, I guess it's all gone. I will try and make sure this one's gone. Okay, all vanished. Oh no, I just blocked him for 5 minutes. Okay, fine. Where we up to? Oh, so Phil, whole scenes. Oh, I guess we see it. Yeah, less salaciously from Logopolis, but okay. From photos he took directly from the TV screen. He pulls these poor quality bootleg tapes and the numerous pictures of a single lens in a reflex camera. That was especially useful for drawing the doctors. When it came to figuring out figure drawing, Phil natural charisma meant he was able to have plenty of volunteers. Oh, can I get your volunteers? I'm willing to pose the photos. I actually do the same. Right, I do exactly the same way. I often pose with him, usually dressed as one of the doctors or in some futuristic guard that Phil had fashioned for himself. One time I had to lie flat on my back on a concrete floor outside Phil's flat in Boreham Wood. Oh, man, I used to work in a video shop there. Wearing my RAF coat and a long scarf so that he could have a reference photos for a drawing on the Fourth Doctor had fallen from the gantry at the gantry at the end of Logopolis. Well, I was thinking, well, okay, I'm glad that you did that then. It looked very good. Yeah, listen, this is the way you make comic. This is the way you make art, right? Okay, I guess let's say Colin Howard. What's that? Colin Howard's Remembrance of the Daleks, 1988, was used on the magazine. Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was a Doctor Who magazine cover. It's excellent. Phil was leaning over the eternal stairwell of the building to get the right perspective, and my eyes were screwed shut, and there was sun right in my face. That photo was resulting drawing are both in the book. Yeah, tragically, Phil Bevan never got to see Doctor Who's return in 2005. He died in April 98, aged 44. So sad. The year leading up to his death, Phil became more introverted, recalls Kit. He locked himself away at times and was more difficult to reach. He had demons, I think, depression and ill health. The loss of a sibling can be particularly difficult, and I still can't find his absence. I still feel his absence profoundly upsetting. It's very touching when he's remembered in this. Okay, neat work. So I'm glad I'm plugging it then, quite frankly. The heyday of the handcrafted commercial art may now be a thing of the past. That's the sad. It is the thing of the past. I mean, look at the cover for the last Big Finish Star Cops. I'm sure that was here. Let's have a look it up. Was that like a filter, or was it painted? I don't think it was painted, right? The Incredible Hulk is here. Well, I'm glad to see you, sir. I hope you're not what's his name who plays you? Who's an arsehole? Where are we up to? As demonstrated by the more recent work that appeared in Illuminati and Time Slide, both artists have undertaken private commissions for pieces in the 21st Century Doctor and Companions, with Colin having been involved with the creating of the digital assets for the animated version of Shada in 2010. That's interesting. Macro Terror in 2019 and Evil of the Dark. They're both excellent. With such a comprehensive body of work behind them, is there any Doctor Who subject they would still like to illustrate? I do regret not painting many companions back in the 80s and 90s, says Andrew, because there were restrictions on target covers. You weren't even where even the Doctor became a no-go area during a good part of the era. Really? That's bizarre. That's really bizarre. I had no idea. Really? That makes sense, I guess. I remember him not being on the cover a lot, in which I was working on them. There were anomalies such as the Keeper of Trakum, where to be able to feature Nyssa in all her glory, it was great to be able to introduce a female element to Who. Imagine if I could what I could have done with some of the others. By the time it came to the VHS covers, most of what I considered to be classic of my childhood, John Pertwee and Tom Baker's heroes, had already been released, said Colin. I'd love to have a go painting the Silurians. That wasn't a great cover. Ark in Space, yeah, that could do a better one as well. Robots of Death, wonderful. To name but a few. Of the modern stories, I'd like to paint the Satan Pit, Waters of Mars, Rings of Akitan. Really? Oh, I didn't see that one coming, mate. It took me. That was a left turn. I mean, visually it's very nice, but it's still a bit of a left turn. And of course, Blink. Well, of course. Or anything with the Weeping Angels. They're the best modern Who creation by a long way. I prefer the Slitheen. Quite frankly, I do. I prefer the Slitheen. So, okay. I can't say these are huge recommends. I would love to buy them all, right? They look a lot of fun. How much are they? And where can you find them? Okay, let's do that bit next. It's yeah, I'll look it up. Illuminart. How am I spelling it? I have no idea. Fine. In Art Andrew Skilleter. Let's have a look if that comes up. Andrew Skilleter. That's okay. Let's have a look. See what you have to say. How much is this? I remember being reasonably pricey. Doink. Okay. So £30, but it's with quite a bit of shipping, I think, isn't it? Hang on a second. Where's the page? There you go. £30. I mean, let's have a. Can we zoom in on these things? Oh, here. I mean, look, it's a beautiful volume. Don't get me wrong. All right. That's better. Oh, thank you. Okay. So we've got the cover. Hardback. Yeah, this is beautiful. I remember that. That's from TARDIS Inside Out, I think. Oh, look at this. It's very nice. I mean, like, I'd love to have this. That was his first commission. He did pretty good, if I might say so. TARDIS Inside Out, I remember that. Yes, I got a signed copy of that from John Nathan Turner. Caves of Androzani, all-time classic cover. Okay, yeah, fine. And who else we got? Is that so some modern stuff. BBC cut. I mean, look, this is a beautiful coffee table book, right? And again, Andrew, I wish you only success with it. You should send me a comp, right? Right, you should send me a comp. I remember, yeah, this is also from TARDIS Inside Out, I think. I think so. I can't remember. Right, I remember that one. I do not remember this. This must be from. Is this from Time of the Rani, you think? Like, what? I wonder what that was from. Nice bit of Clara action. Oh man, he did more of the Black Light. I remember that collection, Black Light. That's all these things. Oh, look at this Deadly Assassin. Oh man, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Monsters book. Yeah, these are all very, very nice. So UK final day of ordering for Christmas delivery is the 13th. So you've got to get this in by Tuesday. right? Tuesday. It's nice size, 144 pages, £30. This for me, shipping is going to be like another £20, so forget it. What's the other one? Is Colin Howard Time Slides? Time Slides, Colin Howard. Candy jar. Blimey, even Colin Howard can make Warriors of the Deep look good. I thought, was Colin Howard who was there? Or I don't know. So how much is this? £17 of the limited edition. £18 for the paperback, or the hardback limited edition is £30. Do you get anything different for the hardback? See, I would pay £18 for it. I wouldn't pay £30. Funnily enough. Time Slide paperbacks and hardbacks have been posted. Oh, I mean, have they sold out? Okay, and finally, it's The Art of Phil Bevan. I think that's from Telos, isn't it? The Art of Phil Bevan. I think it was a good idea offering a softback version, frankly. Telos. Doink. So £40 again, but that's what I pay for the to show them the interior stuff. That's what I paid for the Who Adventures, but they had it on Book Depository. Let's look at Book Depository, see if it's on there. Book Depository, because that you get free shipping on that. Art of Phil Bevan. How much is that in dollars? US dollars. $46. Man, if you want to get it, it's through Book Depository. How much is that in pounds? So we get donuts to donuts. Just let them all here. See if all of these are on here. This is totally the way to go. Okay, it's cheaper buying at Book Depository. Dude, again, you should be bloody comping me for this. If anybody wants to write to me, please, the Rabbi really did feature you heavily. You should be comping you for this. Yes. And I will pay the shipping. I'm not even joking. These books look awesome. Only, why am I doing this? Because I think it looks good. So here, let's look at Time Slides, if they have that. Time Slides. Here, let's just Time Slides, see what happens. No. Colin Howard. Look, there's only £18 anyway. Well, okay, Illuminati. Well, I'll just do Andrew Skilleter. I can't imagine Andrew Skilleter's is available for a book depository. No. 1 second. Illum in art. No. All right, so you have to get the Illuminati's the most expensive, but it's beautiful. I mean, I can't argue with them. It's all very nice. Let's have a look at the sci-fi headlines, right? I guess we'll do batting in the comics. Hang on. Reacher actor Matthew Marlson reveals his opposition to COVID-19 vaccine mandate. Fine. By the way, my wife finally found out that the flu is more deadly than COVID this Sabbath. And it's like they're finally realizing that COVID was, while it was real, I'm not saying COVID wasn't real, was used as a smokescreen to massively disenfranchise us, right? I think people are just like, oh, yeah. What's it? Okay, so we got, he says he didn't want the mandates. Tokyo Manji, I don't care. James Cameron says the only reason Marvel Cinematic Universe is more popular than Avatar is that it has received more films. Well, yes. Yes, that's true. Yes, that's absolutely true. If you've done 20 films as well, yes, maybe. Yes. Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 3 reportedly cancelled because she refused to take feedback. Allegedly had been has a beef with James Gunn and Peter Safran. Bye! Rumor, Patty Jenkins' Star Wars Rogue Squadron script was a mess. Yeah, I believe you. I do believe you. Tamora Morrison laments Boba Fett's depiction in Disney Plus series. I think it's time to get him back to his badass ways. Well, you shouldn't have done that. You took the money. Alita Battle Angel sequel promising update. Well, they've been saying that about the Judge Dredd as well. CW was never profitable, lost millions to Warner Brothers and CBS despite apparent success of Arrowverse. Well, there you go. Because they just lie to us about everything all the bloody time. Bloody crazy. I mean, it is crazy how much they lie to us. Jennifer Lawrence attempts to walk back her false claim. It's certainly not what I meant to say at all. Well, you did say it, and it's absolutely what you meant to say. Jen's going to say about the Hollywood Report. Some of it's true, half true, or not true, and some of it we haven't decided on. So mostly true, I think, is what he's saying. Mostly true. Okay? Yes. He wasn't. Yes. Mostly true. Netflix Witcher showrunner Lauren Harrison attempts to inspire confidence in the show following Henry Cavill's exit. I've seen the trailer for the thing you got, the Witcher thing you got coming. Not interested. I was interested with Henry Cavill and Henry Cavill alone. Goodbye. I'm going to stop watching because I want Henry Cavill to have more juice in Hollywood. Just for that reason, right? Well, no, also Jedi Survivor. I don't care. The Marvel sees Carol Danvers married to alien prince of musical planet where people sing, speak in song. God help us. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. Wonder Woman treatment doesn't fit in with the plans of the future of the DC universe. Okay. Wonder Woman 3. Director David Sandberg responds to criticism of truck throwing. Okay. Don't respond to criticism from morons. Okay. If you're looking for a good Christmas fare, may I recommend once again Dr. Alex's season 12 now available from Audible. It's cleaned up. It's digitally remastered. 7 hours. So worth the credit. Worth $20 too, right? Worth $20 too. Totally worth the credit. You can just join and then cancel your membership, but nobody ever does, right? Nobody ever does. Man, okay, let me show you what we're not getting to today, okay? This is what I got waiting to get to, right? This is crazy. There's this article. Season 14 already avoiding massive modern era problems, okay? Throwing Jodie under the bus. 10-Way 22 was a great year for Doctor Who fans. Not complimentary to Jodie, right? Doctor Who. Okay, no, you're gone. No, we're not doing you at all. Whatever. A giant freaking robot had a good Doctor Who story. So let's have a look it up. Let's look up what we have to say. Doctor Who. God, this looks so freaking hot. Doctor Who, which it's really, I think, reasonably important. Doctor Who. I want to try watching Black Adam again, just because I want to see Pierce Brosnan's performance, right? Because I like Pierce Brosnan. 14 season 1 gets a disappointment. No, I don't think so at all. 8 episodes. I think it's. I don't think it's disappointing at all. Really, Christmas specials. Oh, I wonder if there's multiple Doctor spin-offs in the works. 10,000 theories that got better than we got. That's gonna be a fun video. No, there's more stuff throwing Judy on the bus. What is it? Speculation, big stars coming for season 14. I tend to believe it. This is the thing I wanted to get to and go. Like, I didn't even get close to this. Right? I guess we'll do this soon. Right? This is all shopping for Christmas. Right? This is what made the Timeless Child arc so incoherent. I love this stuff. I just wanting a format to do it in. 10 biggest mistakes of the Chibnall era. I mean, like, how many of these videos can I do? Okay, I don't care. This is open up. It looks like fun. David Tennant was in Harry Potter. Who gives a shit? Really? Apparently the background has changed here to hide a spoiler. Why Peter Capaldi's performance was so... What do you know, moron? This is all them crowing. Season 14 has significantly reduced episode count. No, as the same amount of episodes as season 13. No, it has specifically with this. Actually, if you want to say, it actually has 12 if you include these 3 specials. Right? But I don't care. It's still specifically it is. Jodie didn't fail. Yes, she did. No, Jodie didn't fail. Yes, she did. That's all this is saying. There's another one throwing her under the bus. What was that? Where is it? Did Jodie Whittaker era fail? Where was that? I thought it was on Screen Rant. Jodie kind of failed. I'd like the basic answer. Where is this? No, that's not it. Let's have okay, I'll do a search for Doctor Who. Doctor Who. They're finally like, are we the bad guys? Yes. Yes, you're the bad guys. Now we got to go by date. Sort by date. Look for a Jodie picture. Icky thump. The moral failings of Jodie Whittaker era. Yeah, that's. I got that one open up already. Oh yeah. What culture did Jodie Whittaker era fail? But also Scream Out. I thought I had one as well. Yes, it did. Okay, listen. It didn't fail in every way. Only by every metric that has been measured as success, right? Yeah, only in every possible way did it fail. So nothing. But here, I mean, look, I can totally put this video together with this video together with which one was it? Now I'm trying to find it. I just had it open. I see this is from when I have too many things open. Where is it? Oh no. I can easily put this video together with this video, which really lays out the timeless child arc in all its plot holes, right? I would like to do that, but more. This looks like it looks fun. Never mind. The moral. Oh yeah, with this one. Okay, this one with this is a good video, right? This with this with this, right? Yeah, put those together. That's a good look. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. But I'm sick of doing all these negative ones. Oh, maybe I could do the headline. Shill Media finally admits the future is the past was it the Whittaker era is awful because in the new era is going to be awesome. Something like that. I want to focus it on the new era. Right? I'm sick of talking about Jodie. Will you piss off? Right? Will you cocking on Boba Fett more like yes, PD Rich, you are right. You are right. I can't argue with you. Fine with that. Oh man, we've got well over 2 hours. Look at me. With that, I'm going to wish you some festive cheer. Actually, you know what I got? I'll tell you why I'm going. Okay. Here's what I'm going to have. We got very good deli for Sabbath, and we got like tongue, which only I like. Bit of chopped liver. Oh, kind of liver pate. Very good olives. But my wife and I was. Do you remember last stream? I cut it off early because I was feeling sick. Right? I had this like 36-hour thing where I was totally out of commission. It was really bizarre. Right? Thankfully, I'm feeling better now. But I was still feeling it Friday night. So my wife normally makes this hot spice wine on Friday night. So we saved it so I can have a cup. I'm going to have a nice bevy of that tonight. Maybe I'll see Santa. Maybe my wife will leave me out a couple of what do you leave out for the Santa? A couple of crackers. I think I'm going to watch that with the Last Christmas. That sounds good. That sounds like a good way to spend the evening. Your parents love that stuff. Oh, me too. But with that, so that's what I have looking forward to me this evening. I'm going to wish you a farewell. I've got to click the button, the end broadcast button.